What is it like, boots on the ground, to buy a home in the Temecula Murrieta Valley currently? That's what we're talking about today, starting right now. Hi, I'm Jessica Genung with Active Realty. My husband Chris and I, we are full-time realtors in the Murrieta Temecula Valley. We make a new video every week telling you everything you need to know about buying and selling property in the area. If you find this information helpful, we would love it if you would subscribe to our channel. I get asked all the time, is now a good time to buy? I always want to be real and direct with you, and the answer to that question is that it is actually a very difficult time to buy, especially if you're in a competitive price bracket, which right now is going to be the 400,000s, the 500s, and now even the 600s. The 600s have even become competitive because of the low interest rates is making that bracket more affordable for folks. So as I've been saying for quite a few months now, there is very strong buyer demand and there is very low inventory. And the other side of that equation that is making it very difficult to purchase right now is there is a lot of very qualified buyers out there. A lot of buyers, we're starting to see more all cash. A lot of people have large down payments, and a lot of people have some extra cash laying around, and they are willing and able to go over the appraised value to meet the offer price to be able to purchase the home. So for FHA buyers, 3.5% down, and VA buyers who are often putting 0% down, and if you don't have some extra cash lying around, you're probably going to have a more difficult time if you are up against multiple offers, which is very common right now. A lot of buyers, they want to go up and over asking, and they can afford that in their mortgage payment, but the bank is only going to loan up to the appraised value. So in order for the seller to get an offer price that's over the asking price, that means that the buyer is going to have to come in with extra cash, and if you don't have the ability to do that, it's going to be very difficult. Other folks are completely waiving their appraisal contingencies. Last year in 2020 was a difficult time to be a buyer as well, but this year I will say that it is starting out to be even more difficult to get our offers accepted for our clients. Normally January would be a slow time throughout the year for real estate, but it's feeling like the spring selling season. I don't want to be all doom and gloom, so I want to give you some tips on how to have a successful buying process during this market. So first, I want to talk about timing. It is very important, if you see a home that you're interested in, to go look at it as soon as possible, like within the first day or two that it's on the market. Oftentimes, homes are going pending after 2-3 days on the market. It is not rare at all for that to happen. I'll give you an example. Just a week ago on my new listing in Menifee, we listed it on a Thursday, and we started the showings on Saturday. We had scheduled, it was the holiday weekend, Martin Luther King weekend. We'd scheduled showings for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Well, we had so many offers. We had 21 offers by the time Sunday came and gone that my seller actually canceled the Monday showings, and we went with the offers that we had because we had a lot of strong offers. My other timing tip is not only to get out and see the property ASAP, but book your showing appointment ASAP as well. Because of COVID, they cannot have overlapping showings. So they're booking time frames. So they're either 15 to 30 minute time frames. And like my listing in Menifee I was telling you about, we booked 15-minute time frames, and we had, I think, 60 showings or something over the weekend. But once all those time slots are filled, that's it. There's no more room for any more showings. Next tip about viewing the property is try to see the property in person when at all possible. We work with lots of folks that are relocating from around the country, and we know that this is not always possible to see it in person, but it is definitely an advantage if you do. When you submit an offer and you have not physically seen the property in person, we are at a disadvantage if the sellers and the listing agent know it was a virtual showing. All things being equal, when you have two side-by-side offers and you have one that's seen the property and one that has not, sellers and agents, they're much more comfortable accepting an offer where the buyer has physically seen the property. Contingent offers. Let's talk about that for a second. We have quite a few contingent buyers right now. Last year, we did have a little bit of success with contingent buyers. So where you have a home to sell and you need to sell that home before you can move into your Temecula or Murrieta home. This year in January, it is near impossible to get a contingent offer accepted if there are other offers. And like I said, most properties have multiple offers. So for some sellers, it is a non-starter. So I just want to set expectations about that up front, and we understand the difficulty of that. So we do understand once you've made that decision to move up here that you're excited about that, you get your home on the market, and so it's time to start shopping for properties. But in all honesty, a lot of those properties are not actually available to you until you get your home sold or get very close to having your home sold, like you've got all the contingencies removed, are almost about to close escrow. That's the reality of our current market. My recommendation, so that you do not have to move twice, if at all possible, since it is a strong seller's market, get the buyer on your current home to agree to give you a short rent back, a 1 or 2 or however long month rent back that you can get from them. That way your home can be sold. You're not contingent anymore. You do not have to move more than once. Your next best option is that you can't find a buyer to give you that rent back after the close of escrow. So then you are going to have to move twice, such as moving in with a relative, getting a short-term rental, which can be expensive, normally 2 to 3 times the cost of a normal rental, but that is your other option. But it still actually is financially probably a better option, because to have any chance getting your contingent offer accepted, you are just going to have to blow everybody else out of the water that it's going to cost you on that side of the transaction. So get your home sold, then start looking seriously for properties, and those are the options. I hope that helps you. Let's talk about negotiations. In our current market, I would recommend not shopping at the top of your budget or over your budget, because the likelihood of being able to negotiate down the price is slim to none right now, unless it's a really overpriced property and there's no other offers. That does happen, but not that often. Closing costs right now are not being paid. I have not gotten closing costs for my clients in many months, except for in new construction. That is a totally different topic. Another thing that I would highly recommend is to get your loan all ready to go before you even go out shopping, because there's so many serious buyers out there. You do not want to be behind on your loan pre-approval when it's time to submit offers, because sellers are making decisions quickly. So get all the paperwork in with your loan officer, get fully approved, have your pre-approval letter, know how much money you want to put down, have all the details figured out before you go look at properties to be most competitive. I have a whole video where I talk about how to win against multiple offers. I'm going to put that up right here and link it down below in the description. So I'm not going to go into that here, but you do want to pull the tools out of the toolbox right now. That's the environment that we're in. I also don't want to discourage you. I will say that we are still getting lots of clients into escrow. So sorry if I sound a little bit doom and gloom. I assure you that it is only a matter of time until you find a home. It's just easier for those who have prepared and have a little bit of a nest egg. It's particularly challenging. I feel really bad for my first-time home buyer clients right now. I also see a lot of posts like on our local Facebook groups of other buyers, and they're working with other agents, and they're frustrated that they're not getting their offers accepted, and they're looking for advice. But I assure you that it's not your agent situation. It's just a really tough market right now. Also, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Once you do finally get that home and you get all moved and settled in, there is a reason that so many people are trying to move here right now. We have great schools, we have great weather. This is a beautiful area. We're still very affordable in comparison to San Diego and Orange County. Although I am a little bit concerned that our prices are going up. I'm worried that we're going to get to the San Diego and Orange County prices. We are a long ways off from that, but I certainly see us heading that direction because of all the people that are now allowed to work from home. That's really the only difference in my mind, because I've lived in all 3 counties, is the pricing difference. Why San Diego and Orange County is more expensive is they have more jobs. We don't have that many jobs here, but now that people are able to work from home, it's like we do have more jobs here, and that is increasing our prices. But once you're moved in, this area is certainly worth it. We love it here. Thanks as always for watching my videos. We would love it if you would let us know what you think about this video down below in the comments. Feel free to call, text, email us. We love to hear from you.